Hi there, you're listening to Honestly Same. Real talks, awkward moments, zero filters. I'm Lynn,
And I'm Pauline.
and yep, we're not experts, but here we are.
I'm sure a lot of people were asking why we started this podcast. We started this just to talk about our life experiences, and hopefully these moments make you want to say honestly, same.
All right, so for our first episode, we asked you folks on Instagram to give us some suggestions of different topics that you want us to talk about. So let's kick it off with the first question. So the first question is there's a laptop behind here as well. How did Pauline and I meet? So do you want to answer that first?
Okay. Yeah. So I meet with Lynn. Up when I moved in here to live with her family, and then I guess in the beginning I'm like shy because I don't know about her. But then, like, eventually, I feel maybe a week or so, then we got really close because I think she felt like old friends, like just clicked right away. What about you? What do you think about
Well, I live with my family in our family home, and one day Pauline just popped up, and I was like, "Who is this girl sleeping in the living room?" but um, we said hi to each other, and slowly we got more comfortable with each other. And yeah, like Pauline said, it felt like friends who you've known forever, right? We started yapping, and one yap turned into more yaps, and that led us to our friendship today. And we're very different personalities, but I feel like at the same time we're very similar too in a way. Yeah, so it really works out. All right. So for our next question, what is your dynamic like?
it? You wanna answer first?
Yes, I can answer first. So, our dynamic, well, I feel like we have a very playful and pretty chaotic dynamic. Um, I'm an only child, but my parents, whenever they see me and Pauline interacting with each other, they're always like, they're like, you two are like crazy. You cause all the chaos, good chaos in the house. But yeah, I know I can always rely on Pauline like an actual sister, and I hope she knows that I got her back.
Okay. So I'm surprised that you said that, and also I appreciate all of this too because I've only know her for only like less than a year, and also especially like and it's hard to get someone say like I got you back in life. I know everyone wants someone like that in your life, and then but when actually someone said that to you, I'm sure a lot of you are gonna be like, oh, it's the same. Yeah, well, I'm surprised, and also like I feel like kind of what is it? Yeah, your life is enough to got someone like that, and also yeah, we joke around a lot. And then also make too much noise sometimes. At one point, like her dad has to come out to tell us to be quiet or like talk softer. And then yeah, it's fun. And then but then there's a lot of uh chaotic and mess sometimes. So
Yep, definitely.
okay, next I want to say one thing that people should know about each of us. What's one thing people should know about you?
I think one thing people should know about me is I have a pretty chaotic personality, but there's more to it than that. And yeah, sometimes my life feels like a beautiful mess in a way. But I think that's where my magic lives. So in the way I'm always like able to find my way back to being grounded and centered. Like something goes wrong or something chaotic happens, but I'm always able to kind of like find my way back and stay grounded. What about you, Polly?
For me, so people should know like I might seem like a shy person when you first meet me. I'm not gonna talk much, and then you might also think, oh, I'm not like smile much because that's just how I am in the beginning. Because I don't know you, like, why do I have to be smile at you or talk a lot to you? Because I don't know nothing, and I have to like I like to observe people first, and then if I think that's the right person for me, then I will definitely talk more with you, and then even what is it, do pranks or just get more stuff on you, like more jokes, tease you more if I feel comfortable with you. That's just how I am, and then that's how I make friends too. But then if I really know you and also like get close to you, I will definitely um, talk a lot more than you will imagine. And also, I don't like to drink. No matter what time when I was friend, I'm the person that don't drink. It's unless it's like special occasions, but it also depends on what kind. I might drink one, maybe two, but then that's how I am. And also, I'm also a nerdy person when it comes to what is it, computer stuff because that's my profession, like my part. And also, I like to do problem solving, solving puzzles. Okay.
Right, now the next question that we have is what stage of life are you currently in?
Okay. As for me, currently I'm just trying to settle in my new job. I mean, it's been 5 years. I mean, no, 5 months. Why did I make that mistake? Not that long yet. But then still try to it's it's mostly settled already, but still a lot of stuff to learn or to work on, and then also trying to figure out what kind of life I want to live right now, because it's like just got my full time job. It was hard to get that, but then I got it, and then also try to live with so because but then originally I start to get into physical training stuff and gym. I go to gym a lot, and I learn about new martial arts, the Muay Thai, and then also do boxing or sparring a lot too. So try to figure out if I should just live a life with a full job and I go to the gym at work weekends, or a different lifestyle, maybe like go to become like a professional athlete or something. That's another possible thing that could happen because I love to train. So I don't know that kind of thing looks kind of I'm curious about that kind of stuff. I know it's not easy because going from amateur to pro is like hard. It takes time because amateur you don't get any pay, but then pro you'll get pay, but also they also come with some consequences because for professional fighters they got a lot of injuries too. So yeah, I'm trying to still figure out what kind of lifestyle I want to live, and still try to training on those things too, like get better on all of stuff too. I mean, I'm sure my cardio's it's got a lot of better since I started to go into gym a lot. And yeah, and what about you, Ling?
I think right now I don't really know what stage of life I'm in, but I'm trying to really be actively learning how to balance all the things that I'm like passionate about, like community, my creativity, my wellness, physical, mental, my relationships for sure, and my personal goals. But making sure that I don't lose myself in all this craziness. And I'm more aware of what drains me now versus like what energizes me. That I still have a lot to learn, but I'm still proud of the way that I keep showing up for myself and then for others as well. So, yep, that's our stages of life.
Okay, and then another question I'm sure a lot of people wondering. So, what made us want to start this podcast? Okay, um, I want to because I'm sure a lot of like all the audience are curious about this. But so for us, we just want to
A very last minute spontaneous thing that I asked Pauline.
yeah, because it's like it literally just last week. It happened last week, last Sunday. She just texted me, "Would you record a podcast with me?" I mean, in my head, I'm like, yeah, why not? I mean,
Why
but
not?
then but I text her what topic though, and then she kind of not sure. So, but then in my head, actually, I already agree because if I don't agree, I would immediately tell her no. But then because I feel like we're kind of click with each other, and then feel like we kind of what is it different but also similar in some ways. So that's why I agreed, and then we immediately came out with the names and logos, and created all kinds of accounts, social media account like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever that is, and then try to get followers, try to start making some kind of post to kind of expose us to the public, so that way we can get people, and then people will be curious about to learning about what we who we are, and then this podcast too. So yeah, and now we're here, and then to talk to you guys to about our first ever podcast episode. And honestly, it feels kind of unreal for me. What about you?
Well, for me, I've been wanting to kind of make a podcast for quite a while now. It just seems like a fun hobby. Like I like talking, I like talking to Pauline. I feel very comfortable around Pauline, which is why I asked her. And yeah, I feel like I needed something to do with my time, and then this, like kind of whole setup, and even like afterwards editing the podcast and doing all that stuff, it feels like something productive that I'm doing. Also sharing like our thoughts with you folks. But we felt like we were having these deep, honest conversations about like healing, identity, mental health, growth, and stuff that weren't being heard enough, especially from, we're both Asian, from voices like ours. So starting a podcast felt like almost like the natural next step to create space for those conversations. But yeah, now you know. What's our next question, Pauline?
Okay, the topics that we want to talk about in through this podcast.
Do you
So
want me to go
yeah, you
first?
take it away first.
All right, so what topics do you wish more people talked about honestly? So I wish more people talked more honestly about, like, the in between moments, like not having it all figured out, like in maybe like a period of transition, or you're feeling stuck or doubting yourself, or growing out of relationships that like once felt like your home. Also mental health, maybe, like without all the sugar coating and everything. So not just your typical self-care Sundays and everything, but about the messy stuff: anxiety, burnout, trauma, and how hard healing really can be sometimes. And I think we need to have more open conversations about cultural identity too, especially the tension between honoring our roots and where we come from, and creating our own paths. And yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
I
all I have
agree.
to say.
I agree with you about all of this. Life is hard, and we're all learning and I try to figure out, no matter like what age or what stage of life you are at. And then the big part of that is like many people struggling with them like right now. Like the biggest thing will be mental health, because I have mental health issue too. I'm not like ashamed to like talk about it, and also people shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it either, because and also I'm currently seeing a therapist and it helps. Trust me, like have someone, it's like you have a close friend to talk to. You can share whatever you have with them, and then they will not judging you, and then also they will not talk to anyone else about your thing because it's your private information. And then and also it helps too. It helped me get better through everything. And then after you talk, you also mentally will feel better too, because you have someone to talk to, and then you kind of tell them your thoughts, and then you will feel so much better. And then also, you might be wondering why I have the mental health issue. Well, it's kind of personal, and then I may mention a little bit in a future episode, but for now, I don't want to discuss too much, because that's not what we're around to try to say today. And then also another stuff, I think it's the financial situations, because um, if your financial is not good, then it's okay to talk to someone about it, like or ask for help, because some people will be like, oh, people are asking you to go out, but you're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go out. But then if you're financially, like your financial is not good enough to afford that, you can just let them know you can afford to go out. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong about like tell them the truth. Just be honest rather than them to make an illusion like, oh, you have money. And okay,
The next question that we've got from you guys was, what do you hope people feel when they listen to our podcast?
okay, so I want them to know that we all experience like similar things and have similar feelings, emotions, and maybe how we approach these things can be like can influence them or give them like a better idea about how they should approach in the future too, if they ever experience similar situation. But I also want to create like a safe space for the audience, so they may able to share their thoughts or experience with us too. What about you?
I think for me, I hope people feel like they're able to relate to us, and that they're not really like alone in whatever situation they're in. So I hope people feel seen, like really seen, and like the messy, confusing parts of life that don't always make it to your Instagram or to your highlight reel. I want them to feel like they're sitting with like someone they know, like a friend, who gets it, like someone who's not judging, not preaching, just like sharing honestly. So that's what I hope our listeners get out of it. Okay.
Interesting. Next, let's go get to the a fun round. Um, like fun. We're gonna answer some fun question to make you guys get to know us more. Okay, first one. Something that makes you irrationally mad.
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think something that makes me irrationally mad is when someone says like just calm down when I'm already trying like so hard to keep my cool like and be unbothered about something. Like you can't just calm down, you know? Like give me my space. Also like when people like literally trash like especially like in Hawaii like on the beach or something like as if nature is not sacred or when I take the time to color code my whole schedule and then someone like kind of changes it up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't make me irrationally mad, but I'm like, oh, I had everything like set in stone already, and now I gotta add this in, and it is fun for me. But you know, like I'm like, yeah. What about you, Pauline?
For me, would be like during like a serious situation, and then but people still joking around. Then I would definitely be really mad because this kind of situation is like if anything does not go right or something goes wrong, then the consequences will be unpredictable. It could be like arrested or something, have something really bad happen. That's why I'll be really mad. And also when people keep bringing up your own mistake, like
Mm,
you already you get it, you're wrong. I mean, that's not like yeah, I'm wrong, but then like you just that's not the reason why you keep bringing up the same thing. I don't like it. Like, I mean, maybe I'm not mad in front of them, but I'll be mad in my head.
frustrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was, and also even just joke about your stuff indirectly, repeat time too. So maybe once or twice they joke about it. I get it. I mean, I think it's fun too. But then if you keep doing that, it's not become not a joke anymore.
Yeah, more like teasing. Yeah.
And another thing would be when someone can't really help you, but then they're trying to pretend they could help you, and they're like, oh, I we tried my best, but still cannot. So I'm like, but also you already know that's happened. So you already know that they can't help you, but then they still trying like pretending. That also make me mad because I'm just like, okay, if you can't help me, then just let someone else do it then,
Mm-hmm.
because um, I also I don't want to you guys spend so much time just getting some nothing done. I want to get my results, resolve this already, and
Mm-hmm.
then especially nowadays with some customer service, like even Amazon, like I experienced that with customer service for Amazon. So okay, and let's go to the next one.
Underrated
Underrated joy
joy
of
of
adulthood. Okay,
adulthood.
so what are some underrated joy that you have as a child, as an adult for you?
For me, I think it's just like having the freedom to do whatever you want. I might not necessarily always make the best decisions, but you know, I can do like whatever I want on like a random Tuesday night at like midnight. I can walk to the store and get gelato, you know, if there's no gelato in the fridge, or like blasting my favorite song while like showering, or just yeah, pretty much like being able to have like that freedom and independence. I think that's really cool to me that I something that I didn't get as a kid, but now I do more so as an adult. Also though realizing that you can create your own peace, that you can protect your energy and like choose your own people and just like walk away from things that don't feel right, like just having more wisdom, I think, which comes with age.
Okay, for me, I'm kind of similar, but also like I get to do anything you ever wanted. Like even you want to do this as a child, but you could not get to. Now as an adult, you can do whatever. So like go get the food or the
I'll
drink
get the
that
food.
you cannot get as a child. Like your parents don't allow to like don't never get buy you, or they don't just don't buy you this. But now you have your own money, your adult money, you can do whatever, buy whatever clothes you want to get. And also you can also travel anywhere or anytime you want to if you plan to, and with any kind of friend or you're just by yourself. Why not? And also you get to try different things, new things, crazy things like skydiving if you
Mm-hmm.
want to, or just any kind of new stuff. Like me, I recently learned about Muay Thai because I want to learn about it. You can learn like martial arts. Also get to what is it? Had my first fitness competition last year. I get to run my first half marathon, my Spartan race, and also prepare for like a Muay Thai competition kind of thing. It's like a controlled safe environment, so I get to experience all those that I want to try before, but actually now I get to do it. So it's really like that. it's like a lot of freedom that you can do it, but then like after you tried it, you can figure out if you want to keep doing it or you don't like it. But you never know until you tried it. So. And okay, next, do you have any
Cringe
cringe moment that
moments.
you have grow from?
Want me to answer?
Yeah,
All right. Thinking I had to like over explain or shrink myself to make other people comfortable, like, like apologizing for taking up space or like softening my words for them so that I wouldn't sound like too much. But sometimes I'm just being like passionate, honest, and real. That's like kind of a cringe moment for me, just like changing myself, not necessarily even for the better for someone else, right? And I think that's my main thing. What about you, Pauline?
I feel you, and also, um, yeah, yeah, you're it's pretty good that you're learning about that because I remember I used to be like also like scared of like public speaking or just get nervous when talking to someone like a group of people or just one single person like doing for like a job interview or something because I was just afraid that I would make mistakes and also people would make fun of me because I did this mistake or something and also wondering well how would they think of me because I did this mistake or something or I did not do well in the interview or something like that. But then after taking like classes and did a lot of job interview for different kind of jobs I want you to apply, and then I just like eventually I'm like realized oh that's everything's not that hard. Just gonna be confident about it. If you prepared, then just do it, whatever. And if you make mistake, just correct it and then just go continue. Because like people might not even notice that you have mistake. You just continue to do it, make it you're confident, and then even if you're not, just fake it till you make it. Then you'll be better. Like now when I'm doing like a presentation, I'm like after I did a lot, and now I'm just like do it like really smooth. Even sometimes I'm nervous, but I make it feel like I'm not, and then people will think you're not. So yeah, because sometimes people are in their own world. They might not pay attention to anything that you've done sometimes, and even especially like those mistakes, they might even look at it as something because they just forget it right away. So okay, do you have any random piece of life advice that you actually follow?
I think one piece of advice that I've learned throughout the years is to kind of like always trust your gut feeling, whether it's about plans or about people or opportunities. I feel like if my gut or like that instinctual kind of feeling kind of feels a little bit off, then I've learned to like trust it. And I've learned that like, saying yes out of guilt or pressure usually leads to resentment or burnout or me asking myself like, how did I get myself into this? So just learning to trust your gut and kind of going with it. What about you?
Interesting. Yeah, I also trust my gut too. Like for real, like if it feels off, then I think you just shouldn't proceed then. And then also I believe like things happen for a
Mm-hmm.
reason. Sometimes you forget something or you don't get to do something, it's just meant to like that. Cause like maybe you don't understand at the moment like why it happened. Or but later on when you think back, you'll be like, oh, that's why that's happened. I would say sometimes it might be just God who is like trying to protect you from something. That's why they made it the same, or you didn't get to do it, or you missed it, or you're late to something. It's meant to be like that, so you're safe. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the food. What
Yeah.
is your go-to comfort food when life is hard?
Well, I'm Vietnamese, so for me, I love pho, especially if I'm not feeling well, like if I'm sick or something. Banh mi, banh mi is super delicious, and I've been to Vietnam before, and I have to say the Vietnamese bread, the banh mi, is so good, like the best I've ever had. And Japanese curry, and anything that my mom makes, really. Like I used to not really appreciate her cooking that much when I was little, but like now that I'm older, I feel like it's my comfort food. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Mom's recipe is always definitely always like healing for me too. And then oh, I also like the fall too, especially like when you are sick. It's a really good thing to make you feel better. And then also I like Chinese food a lot or Asian food because that's just where I come from. I grew up eating those food. I guess that's like my comfort food, but it needs to be authentic because sometimes there's like some Chinese food in the U.S. is not that good. Trust me. It's and also, especially in Hawaii, it's hard to find those good ones in here though. And then or just ramen noodles sometimes because when I get lazy, I just don't want to buy stuff. I don't want to cook something, and then ramen is like the fastest, easiest one I can make at home.
Like instant ramen.
Yeah,
Next question.
yeah. Most what's the most used emoji,
Versus
or and
the most
then
chaotic one that we can relate
yes,
to. Most used versus chaotic. Want me to answer?
yeah, you can go first.
Okay. My most used emoji is, that sparkle one. Because obviously it's the perfect mix of like sassiness, but also like kind of fun and kind of just like, it's not a person like a face emoji. It's just a little sparkle, like a little magic. And then my most chaotic one is the emoji with the spiral eyes, just because it's like, whoa, what is going on? Spiral eyes. And, yep, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay, for me, the most used emoji would be the one like like laughing one, but this was like the eyes like a
Like this.
like a yeah like two V and or like the sideway V, because I like to laugh a lot, and also I just love using that all the time when something funny or something like all the time. That's why I use a lot. And the most chaotic one, I think it would be the one like this.
Hmm.
Yeah, like thinking one, because like I'm always thinking about stuff and trying to figure out anything in life or anything, and then as I feel like I can relate it to that emoji a lot. So that's like the one.
That was a fun question.
Yep. And then okay.
What is something you're unlearning right now? Do you want me to go first? Or you want to answer first?
Uh well, you can go first. Let's see.
Okay, that sounds good. So I think something I'm unlearning right now is that I have to do everything perfectly, or I have to do everything that there is out there to be like worthy or like to be successful. So I'm realizing that like striving for perfection only leads to like burnout or kind of like makes you doubt yourself a little bit more. And that showing up like authentically, like with all your messiness and all your contradictions and everything, is like way more powerful. I think I'm also unlearning the habit of like people pleasing and trying to like fit myself into modes that weren't really made for me. And learning to like honor my own rhythm, like what I like to do, and like make my own choices and not really be easily influenced by other people.
Oh wow, did you just read my mind? Everything you shared is what I want to say too. Just to add on, so I'm also unlearning that you're not like or you're never not qualified to any stuff, or whether it's like a job or achieve anything or anything like or doing like a workout or something, because like nobody is born to be like good at athlete or good at any of stuff. Everyone has to do it from as a beginner, and then eventually when you get do more and more, and you'll be expert. So good thing takes time, and also you can achieve anything if you put your mind to. And then even if it's just a job that you think you might not be qualified for, but why not still try to apply?
Yeah,
Because
same.
um and also prove that you want that job, and then show your potential. Once you show them and then show your passion, and then the people who interview you, they see that, they might just give you a chance. So you never know if you don't try. So that's something I'm just unlearning and then relearning again right now.
On a side note too, I feel like a lot of jobs nowadays, like they take into consideration more so like the experience you have versus like your degrees and stuff. So like learning on the job is like a very real thing now that I'm super thankful for. So
Yeah, just
yeah.
like my job now. Actually, I'm not that qualified for it, but I showed my enthusiasm, like my passion and my willingness to learn. That's how I got my job. So you never know. And then okay, then now let's talk about some big stuff. How do you define success now versus 5 years ago? You can go first.
Okay, so I think 5 years ago I was 24. So 5 years ago I was out of college. I think like for me, like at that time, success felt like checking all the boxes, like high school check, college check, whatever next check. Getting the right degree, having like a stable job, pleasing the people around me. Like I wanted to be like liked by everybody and following a clear path that like everyone kind of like expected out of me, right? But now I feel like success is living comfortably in my own skin with like peace and balance and everything, and about like nurturing meaningful relationships, the right relationships, staying curious, like just experiencing life more so, and all like that it has to offer and all its craziness and everything. Just like living and like truly like doing whatever you want kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree. For me, 5 years ago, I feel like I just success would be like be able to achieve the dream that I always wanted. And it's like one of them was just become like officer in the U.S. Air Force because I've worked on it for a lot, like try and work on it for a while. But then also just like live a life like that, like plus do stuff I like once I become the officer and I just gonna like obviously gonna get paid a lot, like good pay, and then the life's gonna be good like that. But then for now things different. So one thing that I did not get commission as officer because a lot of reason, but then that doesn't mean I did not get to work for the military. Now I'm still got a government job, so like technically I'm serving as a civilian. So that's still some kind of similar. So not totally different. But also I get to what is it, live a find a peace with my own life now, and also choose the people I want to I like, and then also choose someone that also chooses you, so you don't waste your energy. So you have someone that's like matches your energy, and also you kind of try to talk to them, or like also you try to able to try all those crazy things that you ever want to try, like I said, like skydiving or any of that thing, because you only live once. So
YOLO.
why not tell them to like why not like do them all when you're young? So okay,
Next question. What is something you secretly love that most people wouldn't expect?
okay, for me, I love anything that's cool. So either shoes, clothes, any kind of toy. It might look random to some people, but if it's cool to me, I might just get it.
Do you mean like stuff that you enjoy or like stuff that's popular at the time?
It could be anything. And if
Okay.
it looks cool to me, I might just want to get it, no matter how much is it. If I just make my mind boom, but bought it and later might regret, but that's just me.
Buyer's remorse.
And then also I like to be look cool too, so I try to wear something
Mm.
I think is cool. And then normally like, and also I normally wear pants, and I don't like to wear dress too. So maybe some people might not know. What about you?
For me, something that people definitely probably don't know about me is that, well, I'm not at all like a cheesy romantic person. I'm very like blunt, straightforward, like to the point. But I love watching rom-coms and they're just so fun for me. It's like the kind where the plot makes like almost zero sense and you can kind of predict the ending like a Hallmark movie or something. Love them. And I also, similar to Pauline, I have like a soft spot for collecting like little random trinkets and souvenirs that color my space. But for example, I was just cleaning out my closet like an hour ago and I have this huge bag of like stuffed animals. And my friend goes like, "You should donate them all." But I'm like, well, they're from like my mom, one's from my mom, one's from my auntie, like the memories of like we went to SeaWorld together, you know? So yeah, I like to hang on to things, I guess.
Oh, I have a lot of plushies too.
Yeah.
So many, like back at home. I mean, now I have not that many because there's not much space. But back at home, like in China or in my mom's home, it's like so many, way too many plushies at home. Like you can't imagine how many is. Okay. And next question would be one thing doubting that
About adulting.
about adulting that no one worried you about. Do you have anything like that?
Um, Logically, like practically, no one taught me like how to do my finances, how to do my
Oh
taxes. Not
yeah.
really stuff you learn in school. But aside from that, like no one really told me how tiring it can be to like as an adult you have to make your own decisions, right? Because as a baby you don't get that much freedom. Someone changes you, feeds you, bathes you when they want. But as an adult you get to make your own decisions. But you know sometimes it's tiring and you don't always know like what's the right decision to make. So I think that's one thing no one really warned me about. And also on a funnier, lighthearted side note, no one, I used to hate nap time when I was in preschool, but I love them now. Sometimes I'll just pass out.
Or just a coffee.
Yeah. Well, coffee makes me jittery though.
Okay, I feel you. Yeah, and then like adulting definitely not easy, and also life is not either. So there will always be ups and downs in anything, like in your career, your mental health, or just your life in general. Time management is a key thing. I feel like too. Like nobody warn you about. I mean, maybe people talk about a lot, but then also still once you're adult, it's different. And then it's not easy either because like you have a lot of stuff to do, like you might have to work, manage your time with trying to find time to like spend with your friend you want to do, because everyone has a different schedule, a different busy life. Like maybe in your school, when you go to school, you see your friends a lot because you're what are they go to the same class every day, and then that's why you see them maybe twice a week
Mm-hmm.
or three times a week or every day in school. You feel like I'm tired. Why do I see you so much every day? But then once you graduate, trust me,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be so hard to find time to spend with them. Even you barely see them once a year, it could be, or maybe once every 2 years, something like, or more than that. So
Your
you're
work schedule is
gonna
different.
yeah gonna so you're gonna need to cherish the time that you get to spend with them. Okay.
Okay, our next question: who are you these days in 3 bullet points? Okay, so for me, I think I really multitask a lot. I juggle different things. That's one. Second one is I do love nature, being outside, being in, like at the beach on a hike, watching the sun rise. If I can wake up in time, watching the sunset. Um, Second one, and my third one is I have a very soft spot for babies, animals, and old people. That's it. How about you, Pauline?
Oh, I have a soft spot for babies and animal too, especially cats, dogs. Yeah, I love dogs. Like like my friend knows. Like whenever we went out, we go out, and then if there's a dog around, I will disappear. I'm just yeah. The next time you find will be me next to the dog, and
Aw.
then yeah. So if like that's why my friend always say if you see dogs, and then you can just find me over there. Like if I disappear, and then okay for me, I'm a how do I say you can say I'm a chill person, but then also like to do stuff. So recently I started to become a gym rat. I like to go to the gym a lot. It's hard for me to not go to the gym. I mean, but I'm trying to do that because I learned that it's easy to train every day, but that's not how you get better. Recovery is really important too. So yeah, and also I'm a chill person, but I also get really personal with people I know. I can be really like joking around really funny too. I also can be really distant with people I don't like. Also, I like to reply stuff fast. So if you ever text me or something, you have experience with texting me with me, you know I reply right away. I don't like to wait because if I wait, I will forget. But then if it comes to people I don't like or I don't want to interact, I can just ignore your text
Bye
completely.
bye.
Like for real. So don't make me mad. Even make me mad, and you might be the next person that I don't interact at all.
Yeah, I feel like Pauline is like a incredibly nice, like super awesome person, as long as you don't get on her bad side, which is very hard to do.
Yes, but then like also you might not what is it? You might not notice like I'm start to get distant from you, but then when it happens, it's like bye
Like this,
forever.
yeah.
So okay, now let's go over some interesting question that we got from people. So first one, what's your worst, best, or funniest travel experiences? You want to share yours?
Yes. So, maybe like 4 to 5 years ago, I had to go off island to the mainland for a work trip, for work training, and like they got my hotel and they got my like rental car and everything. Um, and I went through the airport. Everything was good. It was my first. Actually was my first trip traveling alone. And then, I made it into the airplane, made it out of the airport, um, went to the rental car place, and I was like, open my wallet. Where's my ID that I need to, like my driver's license that I need to like rent the car and to drive the car? And like I'm looking through my suitcase, like digging everything out at this rental car place, and I like still can't find it. So I probably dropped it somewhere or something. I still haven't don't know what happened to it, but what ended up happening was I never told my boss about it, and I just Ubered everywhere. And then, since I needed my ID, which was my driver's license, to get back to Hawaii, I texted my dad and made him express ship my passport to me. That's mine.
I mean, at least it worked out in the end. Okay, for me, honestly, it's kind of hard to think about that in the beginning, but I think I would just talk about my trip to back to China last summer. So I traveled. I mean, I traveled back first, but then my friends from US get to travel back too. So we were travel for 2 weeks around, like we went to Taiwan first and then also different city in China. So um, because I'm the only one who can speak Chinese, so I have to do most of the talking, translating for them, and also try to figure out the plan too on like a China use the app in China and figure out everything basically. And then I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it's a best experience because like we get to do a lot of fun stuff. I mean, even though it's fast paced, we have to only spend maybe 2 or 3 days in one city and go to another one, and then you're gonna try to squeeze so many places, so many activity in one day. But then it's fun, and also we also got at least 1,500 or to 2,000 steps each day because we
Mm,
walk a lot, and
get
then
those steps
and
in.
then in the end, our like out of the day, our feet, all of like all of our feet were hurts like so much, like to walk. So we would want to sit down or take like a ride or something towards the end of the day. Like even in the airport, we rather ride like a car or something like in the airport to the gate than walk. That's how uh, like our feet are tired. But then like I also said it's a worse experience because uh two of the guy friend that we are like with us in the group did like something during the trip 2 times make us almost get arrested in China, like for real. I'm not joking.
Or just
Like
run away from them, Pauline.
yeah, like the police literally come over to say, hey, what are you guys doing? And then we have to run away. And then I mean, but don't get me wrong, I still love to travel with them. It just those two moments make it kind of worse, but still, I'm never gonna trade this memory for anything else though.
Mhm.
But then like I might get to more detail about what's happened to make it a little bit worse in the future episode, so stay tuned about the details.
Okay. Our next question from you guys is what's one goal you're working on and what's stopping you from achieving it? So for me, I think one goal I'm working on is creating more like consistent space for like self-care and mental rest for myself, like actively giving myself permission to like do nothing basically and not feel guilty about it. And what's stopping me is I feel like my mind is very busy, like always thinking of something to do, something that I can do in advance, even like if it's work related, like something I can do ahead of time. Um, and so I think it's important for me to just like learn that slowing down is just as important as hustling is. But it's a work in progress, so that's what I'm working on right now. What about you, Pauline?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's hard to like at this what is it busy life, busy society.
Fast paced.
Yeah, everyone's fast paced, and then so it's hard to actually make yourself to do nothing. But everyone needed that in their life at least one day in a week. Just lie down at somewhere and
Somewhere.
just lie down on your bed and do nothing. That's and then for the day, do nothing for the day. You will need it. Your mental health, your body will thank you later for that. But for me currently, I'm actually trying to lose weight because I want to try to what do they call get back to my lowest weight like last year because I gained weight because all the changes that I've been through the past few months kind of makes me kind of gain the weight that I would lose it, but then also try to get back on track with like nutrition and the training, and also especially the sleep, like sleep schedule, so I can reach my goal by October because I have something come out in October. I wanna try to lose that weight so I can be prepared, ready. And then also one thing stopped me. I feel like uh, it's actually myself. Yeah, you heard it right. It's myself because I get lazy sometimes, like, and then don't want to cook my own food. So I would be like, I just want to buy some outside food, something from the restaurant really quick, so that way I don't have to make them. It'll be already made. But then, like, especially sometimes I feel tired too. I just want to do that. But then it's really a mind game when it comes like that most of the time. That's why I'm saying it's always me versus me, no one else. What's hardest thing is yourself. But then once you overcome your mind, then you're able to achieve anything you want to achieve. Okay, let's go back to food again. Your what's your favorite and least favorite food?
Okay, my favorite would be summer rolls, which is the Vietnamese, not the deep fried ones, but the not raw, but fresh ingredient one that's not fried because you can put basically anything in it. You can put like noodles, vegetables, any type of meat, whatever. And also pani. And then my least favorite, kind of cliche, but bitter melon, just because it's in the name, it's bitter. Yeah. How about you?
Um, I have more than one, so I'm gonna say it's one thing. No, as in the multiple things. So for me, my favorite food would be like the Thai curry. I found myself order a lot, and also Asian food or Chinese food. And the last thing would be butter chicken because I also like that too. And then, but then I know which kind is good, which because some places have not that good ones, some get good ones. Yeah, basically I found them like I like to eat them a lot. So, and least favorite foods same also bitter melon because I've
Oh.
tried it and I don't like the taste. I don't know how people like it, but maybe when I get older I'll start to like it. But at least right now I don't. So okay, favorite dessert. Okay,
You go.
okay, for me I love sweets. So any kind of sweet stuff, cake, what are they, ice cream, I love it. I also like those kind of what is it, blended drink like smoothie or something that's like makes you like a refreshing. So I like those too. How about you?
I don't like sweets. I'm more of a savory person, so I think my go-to snack is anything that's cheese, Cheez-Its, cheese balls, cheese sticks. Yeah.
So just cheese, it's all about cheese, I
Yeah, it's
get
all
it.
about cheese. Cheese slices.
Okay, one of the really interesting fun question we got would be asking how do we dealing with,
FOMO, fear of
yeah,
missing out.
yep, you want to take it away?
Yeah, I think FOMO can be hard because you want to like experience it. You want to like be, you want to like know or know what other people are like having, like you want to know what's fun, what it feels like to be doing that particular activity or whatever. But also I feel like what helps me deal with FOMO is remembering that like social media is just like all the good stuff people post, right? So it's not like they're not gonna post that, like they had like a horrible day or like this negative thing happened, blah blah blah. So kind of like just regrounding myself helps me deal with FOMO and realizing that like life's not necessarily always gonna be like a TV show or a movie, right? And then I like to also try to reframe FOMO into JOMO, the joy of missing out. So choosing activities or choosing to hang out with people that really fill me up, fill my cup up. Whether that's like a quiet time or like a walk in nature, just like watching a movie together. It doesn't have to be anything, like crazy. Yeah.
Okay, that's deep, I would say. But for me, it would be like sometimes like you see people, yeah, going out happy, have fun, and then something like that, and then you could feel like you're kind of missing out, or you're like jealous because they get to do this, or you get to hang out with this person that you like too, but they did not invite you or something, or you couldn't go because of some reason. But for me, I think after like experience everything, and I feel like I would just choose how I want to live my own life, and because it's my life, and I need to, I want to make it unique. Then I have to be same as anyone else. Then what? It's not your life, or just everyone else's life. Why not make it unique? And then so I can build my own community and then choose what I makes me happy. And then once I have that, there's nothing else or no one else can make me feel missing out because I have whatever that works for me.
Oh,
So
I really like that answer actually. I
okay,
really do.
there's another one that's kind of a big one. A big one. It's like
What's your life story? Someone
yeah,
asked
yeah.
us.
Someone asked. I know who asked, but I don't want to mention the name though. You know who asked. You know who you are. So okay, you wanna say it first? Or you want me to go?
I can go first. Well, we behind this board right here is our laptop of notes, but I wrote in my notes. I'll freestyle this question. So my life story: I was born in Hawaii. Parents came from Vietnam. Worked super hard. I think I have like really, really good parents, even though I don't tell that to them often. Um, Went to school, high school, college, majored in biology. Wanted to do pre med. I liked kids, so I wanted to become a pediatrician. I liked helping people, so I felt like pediatrician or like the doctor life kind of combined the two pretty well. It was a lot of studying, it was a lot of schooling, and it was a lot of money for schooling. So I ended up kind of like doing social work or nonprofit work. And I found that I really, really, really like being in the nonprofit world, helping the community. One of my jobs, I work with kids, babies, 0 to 5. So I feel like, I'm still like working with kids and having a really fun time doing it as well. So yeah,
Okay, for me, it's kind of hard to cover everything just in a few
yeah,
minutes, but well, I'm just gonna say it in short. So I came here 12 years ago with family, like immigrant, moved here.
in China.
Yeah, from China, and then went to like middle school for like a month, and then attend a high school, um, bachelor, get my bachelor and also my master. So both in from UH. So yeah, I live in a sing. I grew up in where my grandparents, but then and then barely see my mom like I think every week in China because she's busy with her job, and also come here and then because we had also got a what is it my mom got remarried, but then uh what is it for my stepdad, so I have a stepsister or half sister, and then I got here and I live a life here, and but still yeah, and then just got all of that. Also, oh yeah, when I moved here, I actually was scared to talk because my English was not that good back then. I mean, I can understand stuff, but then just like not good at talking or listening. Maybe reading is a little bit better. But after I spent time here for like a long time, maybe half month, half year or something, I got so much better, and then eventually I can talk fluently, think fluent in English. So that's why. And now, so yeah. But then for the other, what is it? Details about our life story, we hopefully, through this podcast, we can like,
Unravel
yeah,
more.
we can talk more about it, and then you will get to know us more. Yeah, and then okay,
This is our last question.
last question is someone asked again about this what is this podcast about, and also how often we plan to upload or our plan for any guest speaker. So as we mentioned like in the previous part, we already said like that how we're gonna do for this podcast, that we're gonna going to talk about our life, our experiences, but also for the how often we gonna what is it upload this
Record
one, it's like we're gonna do every 2 weeks
2 weeks.
for like a new episode hopefully, and then or maybe if we each episode get too long, maybe I'll divide into two parts or something, and then also there will be short videos on Instagram so you can watch each part because I know there's like limited time for Instagram videos, but then the full episode you can be viewed on YouTube, or if you just wasn't listening, you don't want to watch anything, you can also go to Spotify to listen to the podcast. And to wrap it up,
So that's a little bit about us, a little bit about our podcast. This is our first episode, so give us some grace, please.
okay,
Please.
yeah. So if you feel like, oh yeah, that's good, and then you feel why with this, click with us, just feel follow us if you haven't yet. Share this with your favorite group chat, like or any kind of people, or talk to your friends about us too. Yeah, you guys can feel free to DM, direct message us any honestly same moments of the week or any comments, concern. Feel free to message us too if you feel like it. And for our next episode,
Next
episode two,
episode.
we want to leave a question for you guys to think about. Um, what is one belief you grew up with that you've started to question now? So like you believe in this, but then once you grow up, eventually you'll be like, is it really true, or is it just not true anymore?
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
wanna
have to be like beliefs either. It can be like traditions, anything cultural, like something that you just once believed as a kid that you don't really hold on to anymore.
yeah, we will each answer this to kick off our next week's episode, and we might also put out like a poll or question answer on our Instagram story there, so you can put your answer in, or you can just direct message us. And hope to see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.